Surface area of pyramids and cones. And so this first question, we've got a regular pyramid, which has a square for the base. Regular pyramids have regular polygon bases, so I know since it's a regular pyramid that the shape, the figure on the bottom, all the sides are the same, so it's got a square base. So it's a square pyramid. Sometimes there are rectangular pyramids or even triangular pyramids. Depending on what the base is, that's how they're named. But since it says regular here, I know that the base is a regular polygon, and that's why it's a square base. The formula for surface area of a pyramid is the area of the base plus the perimeter of the base times the slant height, all divided by 2. So I'm going to use this formula for this problem. The slant height is the height of the slanted side, basically. So this side is made of a triangle. The height of that triangle is 10. So L, the slant height, is 10. So to calculate this, capital B is the area of the base, which is found because it's a square, so it's 7 times 7. Plus the perimeter of the base, P, since there's 4 sides, it's 4 times 7, which is 28. So P will be 28. L, the slant height, is 10. And then that has to multiply and divide that by 2. So some calculations have to happen here. 7 times 7 is 49. And then 28 times 10 divided by 2 is 140. And then when you add these together to get the full surface area, you get 189. Since it was meters, that'll be meters squared. So that's the surface area of the cone, or sorry, the pyramid. There's different ways to work this out, though. If you wanted to find one of the triangles area and then know that there's 4 of them, so you could do 4 times that triangle and then just add the bottom base, you could just do that. So either way is fine. On the bottom of my screen here, some more samples we're going to do. We're going to look at some cones. And the first one wants the lateral area of the cone, and I'm going to make this one be total surface area, because we are going to want to know how to do lateral area and also total surface area. And you find them differently. The surface area formula for a cone is, let me fill that out over here, surface area is pi r squared plus pi rl. So the pi r squared part is the circular bottom of the cone, and then the pi rl is the part going around the outside of the cone. So this makes up the total area. If you just want the lateral surface area of the cone, then you don't want the circular base, so you don't want the pi r squared part. So the lateral area of a cone, the formula is pi rl. So we've got a cone for each of these. They're both cones. So for the lateral area, it's pi rl. So for the work here, the slant height is 10. It's on the slanted side of the cone, so that's L. And r is 5, so we'll just fill that in. Pi times r times L. And so that gives you 50 pi for the lateral surface area. And I like the answer like that, 50 pi. But if you need it as a decimal, use the pi button in your calculator and multiply 50 times the pi button. And then you'll get 157.08. Oh, and this is meters squared. So you could have either of these answers. The one on the right side, they want the total surface area. So we need to figure out L, and I don't have L in this particular picture, so I'm going to have to figure it out using Pythagorean theorem. Remember in Pythagorean theorem, it's a squared plus b squared equals c squared. The hypotenuse is your c, which is, in this case, is our L, our slant height. So I can set up 6 squared plus 8 squared equals L squared. So 36 and 64. And so that's 100. And then to get L alone, remember you square root. Just performing Pythagorean theorem here. L is 10. So our slant height is 10 in this picture. And it's not always 10. It just happens to be that both of these samples have slant height of 10. So to fill in to the total surface area formula, we need R and L, and now we have them. R is 6, and L is 10. So to fill those in, pi times the radius squared, so pi times 6 squared, plus pi times the radius times the slant height. So 6 squared is 36, so that's 36 pi, plus 6 times 10 is 60, so that's 60 pi. 60 pi and 36 is 96 pi. Since they both had pi in them, you can just add them together and keep pi on there. And of course, you can put this in the calculator, 96 times pi, and get 301.59. Feet squared, and there it is for the total surface area. So that's lateral area of a cone, surface area of a cone, and also the surface area of the pyramids.